Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni, and I'm joined by Fran. How you doing?
Hello.
We are continuing our duo video idea of just going in exploring things in Explorer mode. So people who don't know what Explorer mode is, patch 5.4 added Explorer mode to dungeons, the Shadowbringers ones in particular, didn't it? And you get to basically go in there with no monsters. I was going to say no animals. I suppose some of them are animals, with no monsters, and take lots of G-pose pictures and just enjoy the scenery, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So we had a look at a few of the dungeons in previous video entries, and we do actually have a few more to look at. And I thought, why not, since the others were actually quite popular. Some people did actually enjoy us messing around. And for those who don't enjoy this type of video, just click off. There's plenty of other videos out there, isn't there? So let's go. We go into the Duty Finder settings, which is the cog. You can find this on both your PlayStation and your PC. And click Explorer mode. We press Confirm, and you'll notice that nothing other than the Shadowbringer stuff is eligible, and that's by design. However, in the future, they say they are going to be revisiting other dungeons with this system, which is pretty hype, isn't it?
It is.
What would you like to visit if you could visit any? Just any one particular dungeon? Is that a tricky question to pose at you right now? Any come to mind? No? I'd probably say the Anti-Tower.
Yeah, but you can just clear that.
True. Or
Something...
Kugani Castle, because that's cool, where it gets all flooded and, you know...
That's, oh,
it's not Kugani Castle, it's
Kugani Castle.
Doma Castle is what I'm on about. You know, the one with the flooding. No? No ideas?
No.
Nothing? Okay, never mind then. Right then,
can't think.
So we've looked at most of these. We've got the Twinning and Amarot, so let's do those. Let's have a look at the Twinning first. Obviously, this is timey-wimey related instance. If you are unfamiliar with that, MSQ dungeon as part of Shadowbringers. Yeah, it was an interesting series of bosses in here. I've not done this place many times, have you? Do you remember the Twinning?
I think I only did it the once.
Basically inside Crystal Tower at the bottom. It's very interesting, isn't it? So as you can see on screen, we've got the summonable target dummy. We've got our limit breaks that we can use, as you can see. And we also have the instance itself. And you can also take away the target dummy to stop Fran from using her abilities. You limit breaking me? Hmm?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's quite cool. I had Bahamut wings, did you see?
Yes, I did. Right. So, the Twinning. With added advantage of summonable mounts. Let's have a look here. So, I never get to see any of this, like, ever. It's a lot darker, isn't it, than normal Crystal Tower?
Yeah, the Crystal Tower's more bluey, isn't
Look at
it?
that entrance, by the way, as well. Like, where you actually come into the instance. I've not looked at this. That long corridor.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had partitions with this gold as the archway? Obviously smaller than that.
Well, yeah, or unless we're getting houses for giants. That would be good.
Well, they've got doors for giants.
They do have they do have doors for giants on the new like cottagey log cabin. This water at either side of it, which has a slight purple hue to it. Interesting. Oh, you got the Archimedes mount on, the pole dancing mount.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Got some boxes here, because this is, of course, to do with timey-wimey Sid, isn't it? And the future, because this was all sent backwards from the future. The dystopian future. And Grahit here travelled through time. It's basically the plot of Quantum Leap. Just keeps jumping until he finds the way forward. So this is where I would usually lag on the old internet in the Alliance raid. Trying to go between areas. Oh dear. And we've got some wood. I don't remember this hole being here in the normal mode, like in the Alliance raid.
Yeah, because you go up the stairs, don't you? You don't come through here.
Yeah. And then you got a big bottom of the crystal. This is cool. You see, you just don't get to appreciate any of this, do you? Wow, look at that. Is that the timey-wimey sauce? Is that what we'll call it?
The crystal's blowing off.
It's the timey-wimey sauce.
Timey-wimey sauce.
You have a sip. You have a sip of that, Daddy's sauce, and you travel through time. It is green after all. So we've got crystals. We've got crystal focus. We've got these things which are straight from Bahamut. Look at all those boxes. What do they contain, you think? Different people? Or Allegan constructs, or what? Or is it like a lifetime supply of lasagnas? It could be.
No, it's a lifetime supply of garlic.
Ah. Ah, the bubble. I mean a boobel.
Boobel.
A boobel.
A boobel.
It is a boobel. Do you like my boobel?
Yes, it's a very nice boobel.
It's very nice, isn't it? It's all cracked and things.
It is. Very nice.
Puzzle doors. I wonder if there's anything behind this door. Dun 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 dun. So, what hieroglyphics are these supposed to represent then?
Well,
is this Allegan? What language is this?
There's a Pac-Man.
You see a Pac-Man? I see the 69 symbol. Basically, like...
It's an eyeball.
Oh, yeah. The all-seeing eye sideways.
Illuminati confirmed.
So let's try and translate this. So, two eyes, eye, yeah? Eye, bird, man. Aye, Birdman, and it was at night. Look, there's a moon.
I thought it was Pac-Man.
That looks like a moon. It's like a moon above the water. So he's a wet birdman. Aye, wet birdman. See, it's Scouse. We've figured it out.
Okay.
That's the secret to the Allegans. They're just Scouse. Aye, why birdman? There's another Buble. Ooh, there's a floating Buble. Come back, floating Buble. I want you. Bye. More hieroglyphics. It's interesting. Whee! Oh, there, this is the first boss room, isn't it? With the laser beams. With a psh, psh, psh. Do you remember the laser beams?
Well, I only did this dungeon once because
I
did it with trust.
Beams? Oh, you did it with trust?
I did it with trust.
You never did it with players?
No, I did it with... Before I came to Ragnarok, I did most of the things with trust.
Ah, because you didn't trust other people.
Well, yeah, and...
Whee!
Because at this point, I wasn't... When I did this part of the story, I wasn't really talking to the Whiskers at this point.
Ah, yes.
So I was non-whiskified.
Those are big pipes. Look at those pipes.
But now I can do dungeons with you guys, so...
Got little, like, habitation pods down there or something?
That looks like R2-D2's head. With spikes.
What's that then?
R2-D2's...
His arm, right. Yeah, it's just R2-D2 just fall over, basically, on a macro size. Oh, we got lore here. Interesting. Our only hope lies in the Crystal Tower, though it did not yield its secrets easily. Even opening the doors was a monumental undertaking. Without the founder's data logs and the Noah reports left by the sons of St. Koinuk, we would never have stood a chance of succeeding. None of us were prepared for the spectacle that awaited us when we first stepped into the tower. To be surrounded by the marvels of a lost age took our breath away, and there at its centre we found him. Dun dun dun. What did they find, Fran? Do you know what they found?
My recipe for sticky chicken.
Oh my god. The holy recipe for the stickiest of chickens. It is a really, really amazing looking place, isn't it?
It's amazing.
The bowels of the tower.
All the detail put in.
All of these pipes, look, and stuff. You never get to appreciate this. Like all of the R2-D2 things and, you know, like the habitation or generators or whatever they could be, powering little bits and pieces, all to try and power. Basically, this is a huge time machine. You know, a Garlean Ironworks time machine. I like these LED strips. That'd be nice. Those light strips. That would be really cool for housing items. Also, this whole thing looks like a spaceship, doesn't it?
Does.
I like it. I think we should have more, like, modern stuff like this, and pipes, and, futuristic looking things. Like, this looks like it's straight out of Star Trek. Like part of a warp core or something, or a nacelle, or... Yeah.
I'm a bit drunk because I'm using your screen to move my character. So if I wobble from side to side, that's your fault.
Oh, I see. Oh, there's a room over there with chairs.
An office?
Yeah. It's quite a nice office, isn't it? I've never seen that before. There's another notice. What does it say? Our research into the Emperor's throne is almost complete, as we now understand the methods used to open a doorway to the world of darkness, otherwise known as the 13th. However, this is only the beginning of our plan. Even if we find a way to the first, it is already too late to prevent the 8th umbral calamity. For that, we must travel not only to another world, but to another time. Thankfully, the data logs gathered over the years detailing battles with various primals pointed us in the right direction. I wonder which direction that was. Was it by any chance towards Alexander? Methinks.
Well, I'm getting that sort of vibe.
Well,
here.
since the
And
boss is actually like Alexander.
Yeah, and the music as well.
Oh yeah, I've got the music turned off at the moment.
Oh. The dungeon music is giving me Alexander vibes.
And that's the Garlean, not the Garlean, the Ironworks symbol, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
One of. Ah, more lore. Just as we thought the pieces were in place, we came to the realization that traversing time and space has its difficulties. It is one thing to possess the technology necessary to enable such a feat, quite another to actually perform it. The interdimensional rift, as it was called in the Founder's data logs, is what I can only describe as infinite chaos. To navigate it would take expertise far beyond our ken. There was, however, once a being capable of exactly that, the one known as Omega. And yet, despite all of the research carried out, the mystery of how it was able to cross the rift remains unsolved. Dun 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 dun. But clearly they figured it out. Because timey-wimey awesomeness. How cool does this look? Like, this is awesome. All those spinny disky things. Damn. What's this place called on the map? The Ethereal Observation. Repurposing. Such an interesting place, isn't it?
I do like the warp thing.
Yeah. I want to go through space and time. Now we're drinking the special juice.
Okay. Go swimming.
This is our time juice. Oh, look at this. This is so cool for G-Pose. So if you guys want to take a picture... Whoa. Look at my character.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen that before in my life. I'm out of phase with my own character, look.
What?
I've never seen that before.
That's so weird. And that's so cool.
Oh, it's the green stuff, like, it's fine there, and then, whoa. Wow. I've never seen that. It's supposed to represent me being out of phase with myself in time. Does it do with your... Oh my god! That's crazy. Just to reiterate, there are no mods, nothing going on here, third party. This is literally the instance, and I've never seen this before in my life. Look at that. You're like blending away from yourself. It seems to be however high I look up there, actually. Hold on. If I sit on the ground... No? What is it then? Oh wow, look at that. It's based on my distance to you, look. Or something.
Honestly, I think it's... Because if you stand still, I think it moves. Yeah, look.
Yeah. So the whole... This place is out of sync in time and space. I've never noticed that, have you?
No, but to be fair, if you're playing this dungeon normally, you're not really here for a while, are you?
You're
You just
never
you
gonna...
just run
Yeah,
through.
literally, you run through there after falling through here. Wow, look at that. And you never get to pay attention to this. I'm so glad that this explorer mode exists. So does that carry on into G-pose then? That is the other question. Can I G-pose myself with multiple hats? Yes, I can. Look at this. Whoa.
An out of body
That's
experience.
that's so freaky, isn't it? We really did drink deep of the green juice, didn't we? That is so trippy having 4 arms. Well, there we go. If you want really trippy backgrounds, the twinning is
A
the
place
place
to
to
go.
go. What an incredible looking place. Also as a backdrop, like
Oh,
that's an amazing backdrop for pictures. A big old time portal for glamours, you know?
yeah.
Very nice. Whee! And then we go into the heart of what I can only describe as a Marco reactor, sorry, because of Final Fantasy VII Remake changing the way I pronounce things. Look at that! Time and space is just fragmented things. I don't know what's going on there, actually. Crazy.
Do you know what would be cool? If they added a quick time event and you tap a button and you jump from piece to piece.
It reminds me of 7 Remake, of a falling debris.
Yeah, where Cloud's fighting Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there you go, you see
agreed.
like the centre of it all. Is there any books that I've missed?
Not that I saw.
Okay. It does look like a reactor as well, doesn't it?
It does. It
It's kind
does
of
look
cool.
like a reactor.
Wow. What happens if you fall in the green stuff then? That's my
You
question.
turn into the Hulk.
Oh, right. Is that how it works? Is it gamma radiation?
No, you.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Whoa. The effects are much stronger here, I think. That is so weird how I've never noticed that.
it's cool though.
It's because your character is always like this.
You
And you're
don't
always
see it.
fighting. You're never looking out there, are you? That's crazy. More pipes and gubbins. Nice backdrops for more pictures. Like machinist stuff. Look at all those screens as well. I've not even noticed that many. Wow.
The Matrix.
Hmm. This is truly an experience I didn't expect. I thought I'd seen most of this, but no, I really haven't. And this reminds me of like the entrance to a reactor in 7 as well, in a weird kind of way. Oh, look at all the pistons and stuff. I've never seen this stuff. All those pistons and cogs and gears whirring away. Huh. And then this is where they find Alexander, isn't it? Like the remnants. All those cables. So the successful time machine. Thing is, though, this is likely to be used again. Probably. If we were to stop the destruction of the 13th. Like was referenced in that new storyline mission for the Void quests. It would make sense to make use of a time machine, wouldn't it? To go back before it was split. That would be cool. Right, nice. That was a fun little dungeon. I'm glad we explored that one. Let us know in the comment section if you've always seen all of that stuff before, and especially the phasing between time. Let's have a look at one other dungeon then, because I said Amarot. So this one should be quite familiar to a lot of people. I've ran this a lot of times. Obviously to do with Emmett Salk and the recreation of the final days of Amarot, wasn't it? So quite a story-heavy area, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So let's see what we can see, because there's a lot of things that would ordinarily not be instantly burnt, right, or fall over, because as you progress through this dungeon, stuff falls over, doesn't it? So we haven't got that. We've got it in its destroyed state, which is still a wonderful place for Jeepos. Everywhere in here is just, well, perfect for it, isn't it? Let's be honest. The street lamps and fire, and you can recreate Sephiroth coming out of fire, for example, if you had a glamour with a samurai, you know.
Because they've got that really long katana in, haven't they?
They do.
A really long katana. I can't remember which one it was, though.
Yeah, burning tree. Nice burning trees. Stained glass. Is that stained glass? Or is it just on fire?
I think it's on fire. It's a cracked window, and inside is the fire.
Yeah. All these tall buildings that have already fallen over. What did you think about Amarot when you first saw it?
Again, this is one of the dungeons that I only went in once.
Really?
Yeah. Because I wasn't doing at the time of story. Because I had most of my characters at 80.
Yeah.
I didn't feel the need to do roulettes. And at the time this came out, I probably would have got it a lot more.
So you weren't capping each week then?
No, I
like
definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
Because one thing in this game, I don't really buy new gear. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I don't.
Well,
If I get new gear, I get new gear.
You're not into the end game sort of stuff.
No,
that much, are you?
I'm not. No. No.
Not like a Savage Raider or anything like that.
I like 14 for the gameplay, really. The online part and
Socialization,
yes,
customization.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that playstyle. A few people recently I've seen in comment section have been like a bit offish with different people's playstyles. I don't see that there's any wrong way to play a game, even if you don't do Savage. I do Savage, but I do a lot of the other stuff as well. There is no wrong answer. There really isn't. So you enjoy what you enjoy.
But yeah, I don't go out sweating it hard for new gear. If I get new gear that's better for my character, then I'll happily take it and put it on. And then if I do my hunts, normally I get the tomes anyway. The new tomes. Yeah, okay, it's not as quick. But
Yeah.
if I see a gear piece that I need, or if I need a certain eye level to move on with the story to get into a dungeon, then I will. You know, I won't go out of my way to purchase new gear.
I want this archway for the house.
That'd be nice.
That would be a really, like, obviously smaller, not the size of like a city, but a nice archway, an option, because we've got verandas and stuff. We've got the trellising and stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't we have more archways and stuff like this? It'd be nice on the gatepost.
What if they made a housing skin?
Oh yeah, like an Amarot, like this style, with that as the gatepost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be. I think everybody would have that, because everybody looks at Amarot and goes, "Wow, I would love to have this sort of architecture." If we could live in a place like Amarot, I think everyone would transfer over there. There'd be so many housing relocations, it would be ridiculous.
It'd be cool if you could get like the Alexandrian, that kind of cityscape as a housing area would be really nice. I'd be into that, like steampunky. Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about the dragoons doing laser beams in the background, or chimeras, I think, isn't it?
I think it's chimera? No?
I can't remember.
It's got horns.
Laser beams. Probably one of La Brea's constructs. I like this sort of idea as well, like the Tempest style blue spike. The blue cracks. The glowing nature of that. I think it looks really cool. I mean, that is just one heck of a G-pose location, isn't it? Let's be fair. That's thumbnail worthy right there, isn't it? You know? It really is. So many cool places, like this burning reef over here as well. It's crazy. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, you're gonna stand next to me with your mount just so we have a thumbnail for the video, doing it live. There we go. That's your thumbnail. It is an exceptional place though, but I have seen this place probably a lot more than you. Like I say, because I used to cap. When we had a static, I was capping every week. I'm not so much bothered now. Until we get back on our feet. Is this a chandelier then?
Yes, it looks like a chandelier.
Goodness, it's huge, isn't it? It's like the chandelier that fell in the Phantom of the Opera. Damn. Bits of stuff. It's pretty messed up though, isn't it? Oh, and there's the meteors.
Yeah, they're cool.
They are really cool. And then you got this destroyed building. Now, one thing they have given us, which I'm happy about, is these lanterns. Those exist, the Amarotian lanterns.
Mm.
Those are really nice. We should probably get a few of those for the FC house, actually. They really, really are quite nice. They glow less than that in the housing versions, thankfully, because these are way overexposed for some reason. Not sure why. We don't have these ones, though. I would like some of these.
Some of these, please.
These are nice. And a bit of the flooring and the rest of the architecture. You know, this is a cool boss room. Very cool.
Or even if you could get like the end boss rooms as rugs, if you could get rugs with these patterns on, I'd be happy.
With the boss's face.
No, you know,
No?
no, not with the boss's face.
Why not? I'd like to step on some of the boss's faces, like
Oof.
like a.
Yes, I remember this now. Yeah.
Yes, this is the real reason you come in here for Explorer mode. Look at all those chickens. Well, stars, but isn't that beautiful? And then you've got the.
Oh wow!
The
I forgot this
view.
this even existed at the end of this dungeon.
Isn't it such a fantastic backdrop, though?
Even looking up. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Like
that
the almost nebula-esque.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Summoning.
It's really kind of set out like Bahamut's wings.
A little bit.
Because they're the two wings, the rocks.
So this is like, well, all of those places are being destroyed. Look.
I can see my house from here.
Which bit of it?
The burning pile.
I kind of hoped that somebody was going to map, like literally get a piece of paper and a pen and draw out the shape of all of these continents and see if any of it matched up with the Eorzean map, because we have a pretty substantial sized map now, and see if we can like actually match any of this, see if it's the same, you know, or how much has changed since our world, because this is, you know, before all of the other calamities, wasn't it? Look at that weather system over there. I'm not sure how we're breathing, but well, I suppose it's a vision, isn't it? Never mind. It reminds me of Final Fantasy VII in Cosmo Canyon, where you get the foretelling of the future and the apocalypse with Meteor. Such a good scene. I mean, that's a perfect backdrop as well, isn't it, for video, for like photos. You know, if you had something glorious, like Captain Planet or something. I've noticed the lighting's a little bit unfair on characters, though. It has this horrible shadow thing that sometimes happens.
Oh yeah, it makes your character look like they've seen stuff.
Yeah, it looks goofy.
Oh, my character will look more scary.
Most likely. But you can go a bit further, can't you? Towards the end, which is where the boss destroys parts of the floor, if I remember correctly. That was a fun boss. Part of Hades. And Hades itself as a trial was fantastic. Truly. There you go. There's the destroying platform. Very cool. Even that's an amazing backdrop as well, with all of the, like... Oh!
Did you fall off?
I forgot you could fall off. I totally forgot you could fall off that. I thought they might have put a barrier. Oh no, I did it again. I'm like a lemming. I can't stop falling off. I was only supposed to go to the edge and be like, hey, look, this is a nice looking edge. You know, for a nice photo. There you go, the lighting's better in this part of the map. How cool is that as a backdrop? It looks like something from like Final Fantasy VI or something at the end of that game. So cool. How could you ever get bored of looking at this? Truly beautiful. It really is. And you got like a shard over there that looks like it's falling to, you know, falling to the planet.
Come over to me.
Is it horrifying?
It is horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, Fran has seen Fran has seen things that would make your hair curl. Oh dear. And then over here, we have an unadulterated view of the planet, which is what everybody wants, as opposed to having lots and lots and lots of platforms in a way. See, this is why I thought that somebody would... Bye, Fran. I thought somebody would be like, right, that looks, you know, and then they draw that picture there, and maybe that's a little task for somebody who gets really bored during lockdown. If someone wants to map out, like get a pen and a piece of paper and just draw roughly the shape out and see if they can match any of this to Eorzea, or like anywhere in particular, or if this is one big Pangea basically, and before the world got split, I'm not sure. It would be interesting, wouldn't it, to see if anywhere does match. Very interesting. Well, there we go. That'll do our Explorer video for today. What did you think, Fran?
Beautiful dungeons.
Yeah.
And it's nice they have added this mode, as you say, so you can actually see how much work goes into these dungeons, and the amount of detail that's put in is just phenomenal. Like, it's crazy how far games have come, really, if you think about it. And it's just amazing what people can actually put together these days.
Yeah, the fidelity of these dungeons is going up. A lot of people complained a while ago that we're getting less dungeons per expansion, and that's actually true in the grand scheme of things, because we're not getting the hard mode variants. But I would like to say that it's clear that the majority of that extra budget is going into things like this, because that is such a spectacle.
It is.
You know, that's a lot of work. This isn't just a skybox and then, you know, there's layers to this. There's many layers. There's, you know, the sky itself is twinkling. There are parts of this that are moving if you look ever so closely. You know, there's different layers. It's very, very clever. Very well done. But out of those two dungeons, I was more blown away by the twinning. I'd never seen any of that stuff. And it is a perfect example of how you can go in and enjoy those lore anecdotes, you know, the little books on the floor, without wasting anyone's time. So I would definitely recommend it. But yes, thank you kindly for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you next time, won't we?
Yep.
And if you want more of these videos, I know they're a little bit non-pointed, as in we just sort of go and have a look at stuff, and let us know below. But you enjoy doing these, don't you?
Yeah, I do. It's nice. I think it's a bit of fun.
It is a bit of fun.
Bit of fun.
It is. Anyway, take it easy, guys, and until next time, see you later.
Bye.